Pancakes are something all the family will enjoy, and for this recipe it's a great one to getting kids involved and cooking from a young age, because that's where I got my love of food from my mother. The first thing I would have made was flapjacks, pancakes, apple tart, shortbread. Made a mess in the kitchen, and I'm still doing that. So this is a really simple recipe for pancakes. We're going to make a nice thin pancake, a crepe, and I'm going to do other videos kind of like doing some nice fluffy pancakes. So we'll put them all on our Instagram and social media. So in the bowl we've sieved, and just sieve the flour, plain flour, 100 grams of plain flour. 1 egg, just a regular egg that I'm using, the corn-fed egg, part of the Simply Better collection there, the large egg, so it's free range. And then we have 300 mils of regular full-fat milk. Now, pinch of salt. So just a little bit of salt in there. In goes the egg. Couldn't be easier. And when you make this, if you can make it and let it rest, what that means, it just relaxes the gluten just in the batter. You're going to get a smoother batter, and then just let this, just give it a really good mix. You can hand blend it if you're stuck for time. You can throw all this into a NutriBullet. A few little tips for you. What you could do is put a little bit of grated lemon, I sometimes like that, vanilla extract, and even a teaspoonful of pesto, which gives that lovely kind of savoury taste coming through onto the pancake mixture. Now this may look very runny, but as it relaxes and rests, it will definitely thicken up slightly. So it's a very simple. So just to recap, 300 mils of regular full-fat milk, 1 egg, and 100 grams of plain flour. No raisin agent in this. So we have one already done, and we made some pancakes already. So I'll just move that out of the way. Cover that in cling film and just put it into the fridge and just let it relax. That can be done overnight in an hour or two. It's absolutely fine. Even half an hour will work. Okay, this is what the pancake mixture looks like. So slightly thickened, that's it there, definitely thickened to what I made there. So when you let it relax, it just gets a little bit thicker. Now, we're going to do a lovely little kind of like a thin little crepe for you. This is my small pan. I use this for omelettes, eggs. I think it's a great pan for making pancakes. So a tiny little bit of rapeseed oil, just a drizzle. And then we're going to use a tiny little piece of butter. Nearly took a little bit too much there. And we're going to melt this. So you just mix the two of them together. Now, so make sure the pan is hot. That's the most important thing. Now, usually when you're doing the pancakes, the first one always never works out. Don't ask me why. It could be just me. So we have already some made, but we're going to do a ham and cheese one. So this is just, I think, absolutely delicious. So roughly about, say about maybe not a full ladle. You don't want a thick crepe. So that's about half a ladle full there. And then you kind of swirl it around. Just very gently do that. So you're kind of covering any little holes there. We'll just have a little look at that. That's perfect, thank you. Now, don't be tempted to turn it too quickly. You'll see it kind of get a little bit bubbly in the middle, but we're just going to let that cook. We might reduce the heat a little bit, and then we're going to flip it over. Now, there's two things you can flip it over with. I actually like using my spatula, or you can use the egg slice. See, from my non-stick pan, try not to use a metal utensil. It'll just scratch it so it will, and you don't want that. So if we just literally go around the sides, just loosen it up. I think pancakes are great because they can be made ahead. That's what you want. So just turn that down there. And when you're making them ahead, this is a really good tip. I'm going to bring this over. Get some grease-proof. We're using parchment paper. So some parchment paper, and put them between each little crepe, and they keep really well. And these can be made actually overnight. So just let's have a little look. Just another little minute in this. They're always nicer, I think, warm. Kind of just shake the pan. It just needs to be cooked a little bit more. And then we're going to show you a nice little filling. So just very carefully lift it over, and then just flip it over, and then go right just to the edge. Now, okay, so this one's going to be nearly ready. Just going to turn up the heat a little bit, get it nice and golden brown. Like, people think, you know, pancakes are very simple. They are really. All it is just flour, egg and milk. You can have them thick, you can have them thin, you can have them fluffy, you know, but they're such a great thing for kids to get in cooking from a young age. In my opinion, I think it's a great life skill, cooking. So this is nearly ready. If you have a look at this here, and you can see it just moving away just in the pan. So So I'm just going to give that another couple of seconds. So just every so often turn up the heat or bring it down. Don't have it too high. If it's too high, it's going to burn. It's as simple as that. So just to recap, this mixture here, you get about 8 crepes from it. So 300 mils of milk, 1 egg and 100 grams of flour, and then you can use lemon zest, you can use lots of different, a little bit of cinnamon is lovely in this. So this is what we have here. Would you like me to flip it? I'm not sure now. Livy's nodding and say, yeah, let's flip it. Sure, we'll have a little go, will we? Okay, so you flip it up really high. Whoa, not bad. Not bad at all. Jeez, it's always a good buzz in that. And just be careful if you're doing this with your kids, because one thing we don't want is any accidents in the kitchen. So I'm going to show you a nice kind of savoury way of filling these. So this is warm, so it's going to speed up the process. I'm going to use 2 products here. First of all, it's this amazing cheese from Drina, from West Cork. It's mature Drina cheddar. This is the sliced. I'll just show you, sorry. So we're just going to literally, it's already sliced. You can buy the block, you can get it grated. I'm just going to literally cut this in half. So this is savoury now. Actually, I should have said with the crepe, it's just lovely with a squeeze of lemon juice, a little bit of sugar. That's what some people like. I like it this way. So we're going to fold this over, okay? I'm going to show you this now. And then in 1/4, we're going to put some of this, sorry, lovely, it's orange and honey, Irish baked ham, the Borbia quality logo. So we're supporting Irish producers. So this is already sliced. If you have a little bit of cooked chicken, you can vary it. So just fold that over there, just like that. And then put your little half of cheese, that's enough. And then you fold it over, just like that. Now what I like to do, I already have a tray in the oven, is pop that into the oven at 180, 160, probably 180 is good for about maybe 12-15 minutes. So the cheese and the ham gets warm and the cheese melts. So I'll just show you this. So this is a really important tip, is the parchment paper. If you look here, keep it covered in cling film. These pancakes are cold. You can just simply warm them up. So I'm going to lift this out of the oven. And when you bake them off in the oven, get a nice little bit of a texture, but more importantly, the cheese melts. Can you see that? Oh yeah. And put it on parchment paper. So that's really, really important. And I think this is the lovely kind of, like, you can have it for a breakfast or a brunch or even for lunch. Okay. We're going to serve this with a little bit of salad. So normally when I dress a salad, of course children may not love salad, but I think this is lovely. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and then we have some nice balsamic vinegar. So we're just going to literally drizzle this. Wash your salad, just spin it through a little salad spinner, a little bit of tissue paper, tiny little bit of balsamic vinegar, and then just literally mix this here. So we're just going to put this at the top of the plate. You can put cherry tomatoes in it if you want to. Actually, do you know what you could do is some lovely goat's cheese would work really well. My daughter Lucia loves goat's cheese. All right, I'm going to use the spatula. We're going to serve this up. And we'll just open one here, so if you come in close, we can just see the way the cheese is melted. I'll just do it that way. Look at that. So it's steamy, you get a little bit of texture. The parchment paper, guys, honestly, it is just fantastic. Nothing will ever stick to it. It's just brilliant. Now, how simple is that? Really, really quick. That's my ham and cheese crepes with that nice little bit of salad. You could have it for brunch or lunch, but the key is making that beautiful batter and just keep it simple. Some really nice milk, eggs and flour, that's it. Put a little bit of lemon zest into it, a little bit of pesto, you can jazz it up. But I think the star of the show is that lovely cheese and ham, so you're getting that lovely savoury taste. So enjoy this very, very simple recipe. Thanks a million.